All right. A little glare from my feet. Okay. So let's start with sitting nice and tall. Feel the spine erect and ground through the sit bones. Relax your shoulders. And feel the air in the nostrils as it comes in, inflating your lungs and the belly. Nice, deep, long breath. Nice and slow and gentle, but just make it a little longer than you normally breathe. Great. And then opening your eyes. Let's reach up and overhead. Big stretch up. And then reach out to the side. And then give yourself a big hug. Excellent. And then let go and reach up again. And out to the side. And another big hug. Hey, Janet. Hi, Greg. And one more time. Reach up and overhead. Exhale out to the side. And big hug. Great. And then lock your arms. And then we'll just lift one shoulder up and then exhale it fully down, up and down, up and down. Nice haircut, Janet. Yeah, good. And then we'll bring those arms out to the side and do some circles. Straight arms, circle them around. And reverse, go the other direction. Great. And release. And scissor them a few times. Excellent. Great. And then we're gonna lean forward and reach forward with the, see if you can reach with the palms up. And then, so reach palms up and then pull the elbows back. You can try this if it's any better. So reach forward and then pull the elbows back behind you. Reach forward, pull back. Good. All right. And then let's come for a side bend, so rolling down. And then on the next inhale, roll back up. Reach down on the other side. And back up. Great. Excellent. And then back up. And then we'll do some twisting. So you can sort of help yourself in those arms. Twist side to side. Excellent. And back to center. Okay, and then let's reach up, and then as you exhale, bring your knee in, holding around your shin. Do some ankle circles. And reverse, go the other direction. Great. And on the other side. And reverse. Excellent. Great. And then we're gonna go in and out with the left foot. So left foot, point the toes out, point the toes in. Sort of tapping out and in. A few times. You're sort of pivoting on the heel. Out and out and good. And then we'll do where you're sort of standing on the ball of the foot, and then the heel moves in and out instead of the toes. Great. Good. And another side. So heel in and out. Good. And then toes in and out. Without moving the leg too much. So try to do most of the work with the foot. Oh, sorry, Deborah, hopefully your foot will be okay. And then let's go both feet up. I mean, both toes up, all toes up on the heels. Toes, heel, toes, heel. Rocking back and forth. Excellent. And then we'll work the legs. So let's straighten and bend one leg 10 times. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. Sitting nice and tall. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Other side. 1 and 2. Push through that heel. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great work. And then let's start with the feet apart, knees apart. And then we're gonna knock the knees together. So with that internal rotation at the hips. So knees together, but arms out. And then as you open the knees, you're gonna bend the elbows, touch the back of the head. And knock the knees together, arms out. Open the knees, hands behind your head. And let's do that a few times. Keep the breath flowing. Excellent. Great. Relax your arms. And then let's go for a nice big circle with the upper body. Go in all directions. Feeling the stretch around the hips and the back. And reverse. Great, and back to center. And we'll do that rocking from one sit bone to the other. So lift that hip off the chair, if that's possible, a little bit. Nice. And then you can reach with that arm if that's okay. Doesn't hurt too much. Reach with that arm through the fingertips, leaning to that side. Great. Nice work. And then back to center. Let's do a twist. So inhale, lift up through the spine. And then as you exhale, rotate your shoulders to the left, your right hand on the left knee or left thigh. And first look to the left, or even a little bit behind your left shoulder. Feel the stretch on the right side of the neck. And then we'll just move the head to look to the right. So shoulders are still facing the left, just the head is looking to the right. Excellent, that's it. Keep breathing. And then back to center. And then we'll do the other side. So inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist. First look over your right shoulder. And then just look over your left shoulder. Shoulders relaxed, away from your ears. Nice, Greg, good. Excellent, and then come back to center. And we'll try to tilt the head towards your right shoulder. So you're still looking forward, just tilting the head, both shoulders relax again. So stretching the left side of the neck. A couple more breaths. And then slowly lifting the head back to center and going to the other side. Keep the breath flowing, feel the stretch. And back to center. Great. And then we'll try to interlace the fingers behind the head, and we'll do that arching. So you're lifting the chest up and leaning the head into the hands, opening the elbows. And stay in that back bend for just a few more breaths. Excellent. And then coming to neutral and maybe even a little rounding as you bring those elbows together, tuck your chin. And then one more time, we'll lift up, lift through the chest, open the elbows. And then exhale, round, elbows together. Excellent. And then sit up nice and tall again, but neutral spine. All right, and then let's do the warrior two legs. So let's step out with the right foot and keep that right knee bend, straighten through the left leg. Okay, and then we're gonna do this flow, if possible, if it's okay for your shoulders. On the inhale, we're gonna reach the arms, palms up, out to the side, looking to your right. And on the exhale, you're gonna look straight forward and bring the arms up and overhead and down. Okay, so, and I'll reach out, look to the right, and then arms up. And then maybe you can bring the hands down like this to your back to your heart. Good. And then open, reach, arms up. And exhale to center. Okay. Let's a couple more times. So arms out, look into the right, look up, and hands to your heart. And last one. And hands to your heart. Great. And then we'll just slide down. So you turn your trunk a little bit. So your left shoulder sort of side bending towards that leg. And then we'll hold that side bend. Keep breathing. Excellent. And then rolling back up. And then we'll go for that side angle pose. So you can be on your forearm or hand. And possibly either arm on your hip, or if that's not painful, you can extend that arm up by your ear, stretch through the fingertips, and breathe. Excellent. And then come back down. Great. And before we switch legs, let's bend both, and we'll go for a nice wide-legged forward fold. You can either keep your hands on your knees or slide down if that feels okay, towards the floor or towards your feet, and stay in that forward fold for a couple more breaths. Excellent. And coming back up. And then we'll switch legs. So straighten through your right leg. Left leg is bent. And you're trying to create as a big an angle here as possible. So you feel a little stretch in the inner thighs. It helps to sit either close to the edge or maybe on the corner. Otherwise, it's a little hard to to work with the square chair. Right. And then we'll try that flow again. So bringing the arms out to the side, palms up, looking to the left this time. And then up, arms up and overhead, and then hands to your heart. Good. And then out to the side, or palms up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. And out to the side, up, and back to your heart. Couple more. Reach out, up, and down. And last one. Look to the left. Look up if you can, and exhale. Great. And then we'll go down that straight leg for side bend. Couple breaths there. And rolling back up. And then do that side angle pose, either on your forearm or hand. And possibly extending the arm up by your ear. Right leg straight as possible. And keep the breath flowing. Excellent. And back to center. Great. And then you can bring your feet together, knees together. Okay, let's see what time it is. Okay. Now let's bring the right ankle on top of your, sorry, left ankle, your left ankle on top of your right thigh, if possible. Otherwise, you can also be a little lower. You can hold onto your shin if you can reach that far, and lifting through the spine. Shoulders relax though. And again, connect with your breath. Feel the sensation of the stretch in the hips. Well, let's try to do a circle with the ankle if you can. So circling that left foot. Reverse. Nice job. And then let's switch sides. So again, sitting tall. Nice deep breath, and do those circles. And reverse. Great. All right. So let's do a little bit of music and moving with music. Yeah, so grab a sip of water before if you like. Okay, we just watched the Elvis Presley movie, so let's play some Elvis Presley. It was a good one, actually. I recommend it.
Swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird sing, let it rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in old cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider Murphy played his tenor saxophone.
All right, let's start with Nice March.
The drummer boy from Illinois would crash, boom, bang. The whole rhythm section was a purple gang, let it rock. Everybody let it rock.
All right. we're gonna go side to side, clicking while you walk.
Number 47 said to number 3, you were the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure would be delighted with your company. Come on and do the jailhouse rock with me, let it rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse.
Good, and then we'll go forward and sit up. Forward and sit up. You know how long this video broke?
Sad sack was sitting on a block of stone. We're over in the corner weeping all
A nice
alone.
big reach and then sit up.
You can't find a partner, use a wooden chair, let it rock. Everybody let it rock.
Excellent. And then we're gonna jump those feet apart and together. Yeah.
Shift to Henry said the books for heaven's sake. No one's looking out the
Now
chest
let's
to
add the
make.
arms.
Bugsy turned to Shifty and he
Cross
said,
as
"Mix,
you
mix. I wanna
bring the
stick
feet
around,
together.
I wanna get my kick.
Open as you open the knee.
Everybody let it rock. Everybody knows they're block. We're dancing to the jail.
Excellent.
Dancing to the jail, let it rock. Dancing to the jail, let it rock. Dancing to the jail, let it rock. Dancing to the jail, let it rock.
Great. And then let's go opposite arm and leg. So possibly reaching up, but if that hurts, you can reach forward. Opposite flanks.
You know that I love you. I can't help myself. I love you and nobody else. In and out my life. You come and you go. Leaving just your picture behind. And I've kissed it 1,000 times.
Good. Nice. And then waving side to side. Nice big movement. And let's swim breaststroke. Excellent. And then let's do a reach across. So a little bit up and across. Reach to lick your fingers open. Great. Excellent. And we'll go side to side. So, if you feel like you can do a standing, you can do a standing and work on your standing skills. Dancing skills and standing. Side tap. Great. And then we'll try the jumping. So you're lifting the heels up and the arms with it if you can.
True and fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me.
Nice. Big fast movement.
Love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. And I
Excellent.
saw her face.
Good. And then let's go that opposite elbow to knee.
Now her trace
Twisting towards it.
out in my mind. I'm in
Good work, that core. Excellent. And for some more core work, we're gonna straighten the legs and then hide them under the chair. Straighten. Hide them.
Now I'm a believer, not a trace. Put doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
Good. And then we're gonna go either one leg at a time with straight legs or jump them apart in one moment. So either 1, 2, or 1.
Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer,
Straighten those legs.
not a trace. Put doubt in my mind.
All right, and let's move sort of vigorously with the arms. So first we're gonna punch. Breathing. Nice, almost straight arms. So driving that arm forward. Explosive movement. Some vigor into it. And then we'll go with the cross. So a little bit of a rotation in the body.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long? And wouldn't it be nice to
Excellent. And then the uppercut.
kind of world where we belong? No, it's gonna make it that much better when we can say goodnight and stay together.
All right. Good. And then nice big arm swing. You want to do standing. Good. And then either doing all the way to stand up, so stand up, sit down, or leaning forward, so getting that nose over toes and lifting the butt maybe just a bit, pushing down into the feet so you feel the legs engage, or going all the way up. Do it on your own pace. You need to slow down. Totally fine. Just remember the nose over toes.
You know, it seems the more we talk about it, it only makes it worse to live without it.
Excellent. Let's do 4 more. 1. And down. 2. Down. 3. Down. And 4. Down. Good. And then either marching in the chair or standing. March. Excellent. Keep it going for a few more minutes. All right.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5,
All right.
6, 7
So now
o'clock, 8 o'clock,
we're gonna
rock.
go
9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock.
side,
We're gonna rock.
same side
Around
arm.
the clock tonight, put your glad rags on. Join me home, we'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock, oh.
Good. And then opposite arm. So we're gonna go
Clock strikes 2, 3
Excellent. And then we'll go that twisting. So knees together, feet together. And you're bringing them side to side.
When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be right in 7th
And then you're gonna add that little lift with the heels, right? As you go to the side, you lift the heels.
Oh, well, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2. I'll be going strong, and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock.
Excellent.
We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock.
And then we're gonna go flap to the side. Look to the side too. Look. 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 So your both shoulders rotate. It's not just flapping with the hands, but really rotate with the whole body.
Cool off, then start rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till
That's
broad
okay for your
daylight.
back,
We're
of
gonna
course.
rock around the clock tonight.
Nice job. All right. Let's do another song or two. Let's do those jazz hands.
Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Come on, baby. Let's
Nice.
do the twist.
And then let's do the shoulders. Up,
And go
down,
like this.
up, down. Nice. Good. And then neutral shoulders down away from your ears. And then we'll jump switch. So one leg straight, one leg bent. Straight forward.
Yeah, daddy's just sleeping, and mama ain't around. We're gonna twist it till we tear the house down. Come on and twist,
And then we'll try doing that and adding the arms. Side to side.
just like this. And do the twist.
Nice job. And then run in place. Yeah, we can try running side to side.
My little sis, you should
Side to
see
side.
my little sis. She really knows how to rock. She knows how to twist.
Ooh. And a big circle if you can. Crossing in front of you and then lifting up.
Just like this. And do the twist. Yeah,
Excellent. And then tap at the heels.
that's all right. Yeah. Twist on down. Twist.
Nice one. All right, let's do one more. So let's do the little right shoulder towards left, back, and then left towards right. Nice job. Good. Good. And then circle with the whole leg. Excellent. And other side. One more time, knee side to side.
It took all the strength I had not to fall apart. Kept trying hard to mend the pieces of my
Great.
broken heart. And I've been oh so many nights
And
just
then
feeling sorry
let's
for
do side,
myself.
side bend.
But now I hold my head up high and you see me, somebody new. I'm not that chained up little person still in love with you. And so you felt like dropping in and just expect me to be free. Well, now I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me.
And then we'll go forward, side. Side to side, but leaning forward. Excellent. Great. And then let's do just one more sort of leaning forward and then lean back until you can really feel the core engaged. Lean forward. Lean back with nice full spine. Nice. Excellent. Great job, everyone. Oh, slow down a bit again. We can grab some water. All right, good job. Let's maybe work on the face a bit and the fingers. So we're gonna bring the hands together. And on the inhale, you're gonna open. So your thumbs and pinky are together. The rest of the fingers opens. So you're engaging those extensors. And then back together. And then we'll pair it with a smile. So as you open, you're gonna make a big cheesy smile. And then as you close, you're gonna sort of feel like you want to blow a kiss. Easy, cheesy smile. Smile, smile, smile as you open. And blow a kiss. Good, nice. And then we're gonna open. As you open, you're gonna also open your eyes, big eyes. And then as you make a fist, you're gonna make a sort of sour face, like scrunch up your eyes and mouth. Now you could open the mouth too. It kind of goes with it, right? Nice, good. And then we can actually stick out a tongue. So we're gonna go inhale and then nice big, thick, sticked out tongue. Good, one more. Nice job. All right, and then let's do this with the tongue. So you're tracing your teeth. And then reverse. Nice job. And then let's do one more thing with the fingers. So we're gonna try to cross the arms. Then you're gonna hook the pinkies, hook the index fingers. No, sorry, ring fingers, and then the middle fingers. Yeah, and then you're gonna do this movement with the thumb and the index finger. Sorry, you don't see it. So cross, right? And then hooking the pinky, hooking the ring finger, middle finger. And then you do. And we had a little game like that when I was little. And it went like this. It was like about pumping some water. It was in Czech. Pumping some water. And then you would do this. And it was like an old landlord looking out of the window, saying something. I forget what it was. Yeah, so it was like that. Good. And then let's straighten the arms. Fingers point up, and then fingers point down, fingers point up, down. So movement of the wrist. Good. And then let's go side to side. Good. And then let's do this movement, kind of like you're screwing on a lid. So it's that supination pronation with the whole forearm and marking the fingers as well. Good. Nice. Okay. And then let's work with the breath a little bit. So just to condition the diaphragm. And the sounding is always the greatest way to elongate your exhale naturally. So let's sound some vowels, breathing in through the nose. And we're gonna go ah. So we'll drop your chin. Ah. All the way until there's no more air. Good. And then inhale through the nose. And then a sound. Nice and loud. And I've watched some of the Parkinson's Voice Project exercises, and she talks about when you talk, you're sort of throwing the words across the net to make sure you're being heard, right? So it doesn't get stuck in your throat. You're just sort of projecting it forward. So nice and loud and projected forward. So now let's do E. Good. And then O. And then ooh. And then just humming. Excellent. All right. And then find a comfortable position in your chair, and we'll do a guided body scan. Relax your body, and also to really work on that mindfulness aspect, connection between the brain and the body. All right, so let's bring our awareness into the soles of the feet. And the toes. And then move up into your ankles. Your calves. Your shins. And become aware of your knees. Your thighs. Your pelvis. Your belly. The low back. Your chest. And your shoulders. Upper back. Your arms. Your hands. And your neck. Your face. Forehead. And then become aware of your whole body. And take 5 mindful breaths through your nose. Savoring the breath. Nice and long inhale. Nice and slow, long exhale. Excellent. And then now doing maybe a few stretches if you feel like it, and opening your eyes. And then we'll close the class. I'll do our intention setting. Feel free to join. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be mindful. May I have courage. May I have fun. And may I treat myself and others with love and compassion. And then hands to your forehead as a reminder, the power of your thoughts. Hands to your lips as a reminder, the power of your words. And hands to your heart as a reminder, the power of your actions. Namaste. Thanks everyone. Great job.